Council Member Mathieu Eugene presents Public School 245 with $300,000 in funding at their graduation ceremony.
At this time, I see that Councilmember Mathieu Eugene has joined us, so I would like to ask him to please come up to present the award.
Thank you very much, Mr. Guys. To the parents, the teachers, and the staff of this wonderful school, the school 45, Principal Williams, it is an honor for me. As you know, my name is Mathieu Eugene. Now the New York City Council member representing District 40, that's who love this school. It is an honor for me to be here, to come to celebrate the success of our students. I know also, in order for the children to receive the best education possible, we as a society, we as a city, we as the government, we have to provide the school the resources that they need to do a good job. We have good teachers, and we have also good principals. But if they don't have the resources that they need, it will be very difficult for them to give you the education that you deserve. Our bank is strong supporter of education and advocate for education. They have been providing funding and resources to all the schools in our district. And today, I want to announce that I'm going to present the PS 245 a symbolic check of $300,000.
So now we're going to present the award. New York City Council, Councilmember Mathieu Eugene, gives a certificate of recognition presented to Jasmine Oswald for engagement and community service.
Council Member Mathieu Eugene presents Ditmas Junior High School with $630,000 in funding at their graduation ceremony.
I would like to welcome our City Councilman for our district, Mr. Mathieu Eugene, and his assistant Rosalind. As Ms. Karina Constantino, our superintendent, said earlier, Mr. K has a lot of specials. So not only is his assistant a former student, but her sister is also one of our teachers at Ditmas. So I'd like to welcome Mr. Mathieu Eugene, our city councilman, who is responsible for a lot of projects at Ditmas. If you've come into Ditmas and you've seen the beautiful mural paintings on the wall, the most recent one from Groundswell, that all comes out of Mr. Eugene's office, as well as some Power My Learning projects with computers. So without further ado, Mr. Eugene, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good afternoon. As you know, my name is Mathieu Eugene, and I'm the New York City Council member representing District 40. That's mean the district where your wonderful school is located. We have dedicated teachers. We have committed principals. We have everything that it takes to ensure that our children receive the best education possible. I said previously that myself also am a member of the team. I recognize that in order for the teachers and the principal to provide the best education to our children, they need resources. They need the support of the government. That's the reason why I've been fighting and do everything that I can do to make sure that the city of New York provide the resources and the funding to our school in New York City in order for the teachers to have the tool that they need to provide the best education to our children. Because as I said before, education is the key to open all the doors to all success. And that's the reason why also, because I know that the school need the resources, because that I know that we government, we have to do our part. Last year, for the fiscal year 2018, I had the opportunity to provide to IS-62, your wonderful school, $180,000. And then we just voted the budget of the city of New York last week. And through the budget of 2019, IS-62 will receive $450,000. And on total, from the last fiscal year, in the fiscal year 19, IS-62 will receive from my budget $630,000. And it is now my privilege to present to your wonderful principal a check of $630,000.
The next award goes to Cindy Garcia for highest academic achievement. Nyla Lovelock for highest academic achievement.
I really need to give him a round of applause. So thank you.
Council Member Mathieu Eugene presents Middle School 2 Parkside Preparatory Academy with $314,000 in funding at their graduation ceremony.
All right, I saw someone come in, and I can always count on this gentleman, and I say that and I mean it. But over the years, this gentleman says, you know what, Principal Spencer, I'm going to give you monies for your band so you can buy new instruments and repair. Every year he comes out here with his team and he does a health fair for the community so we can be aware of health needs and get our scopes. I give you no other than Dr. Mathieu Eugene, New York City Council Member.
Thank you very much, Principal Spencer. Thank you very much. To the parents, the teachers, the wonderful staff of MS2, and to all the students, good morning. My name, as you know, is Mathieu Eugene, and I'm the New York City Council member representing District 40. That's me, your honors servants. Today, I'm very delighted to join the Principal Spencer, and the teachers, and all the wonderful staff of MS2, and also the parents, to celebrate the accomplishment and also the success of our children. And I want to say from the bottom of my heart, on my behalf and also on behalf of the great city of New York, to all the graduates of 2018, congratulations. Let's put our hands together for them, please. They are qualified teachers. They have dedication and commitment. They want to do the job. But if they don't have the resources, they won't be able to do the job. It is our moral responsibility as government to do everything that we can do to provide them with the resources that they need to do the best job, which is providing to our children the best education possible. It is my honor to announce today that we voted the budget of the city of New York last week. And from the budget, we received $214,000.
Councilmember Mathieu Eugene presents Middle School 61 with $150,000 in funding at their graduation ceremony.
Thank you so much.
We would like to introduce Councilmember
Mathieu Eugene.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you very much. As you know, my name is Mathieu Eugene. And I'm the New York City Council member representing District 40. That means the district where you are at now. That means the district where your school, MS 61, is located. To the principal, to other dads, to the teachers, to the parents, and to the students, I cannot tell you how delighted, honored that I am to be here this afternoon to celebrate with you the success of our students. And I want to say, on behalf of the great city of New York, and also on my behalf, from the bottom of my heart, to all the graduates of 2018, congratulations! Let's put our hands together for them. I just want to mention that we just voted the budget of New York City 2 weeks ago. And I want to mention and to announce that from the budget of the New York City, I put $150,000 for MS 61. Congratulations, thank you.
Congratulations to you all.
Councilmember Mathieu Eugene presents Public School 92 with $625,000 in funding at their graduation ceremony.
Again, another pillar of support for PS 92 before I got here, and it continued even after I got here. Every year, we reach out, the office reaches out to us and asks us for what we want. We send them a list, and they do their utmost best to ensure that we get whatever we're asking for. We have had some recent contributions from his office, and of course, and I highlight one of the main things that we have had for the last 2 years as a result of his office. Every Friday, our students are involved in African dance and movement activities, including steel pan, which is part of what they call a CASA grant. Without his office, we couldn't do this. And of course, many of the other things. So this morning, I take the pleasure in inviting to the podium Councilman Mathieu Eugene, who is also going to give us a few words and of course present some awards before he moves on to his next event.
As you know, my name is Mathieu Eugene, and I'm the New York City Council member representing District 40. That's in your district, and the district where you are at right now. It is a great honor and privilege for me to join the principal, Dr. John Samerson, and also the teachers, and all the wonderful staff of this great school, and all of the parents, to celebrate the success of our students. And I want to say from the bottom of my heart, to all the graduates of 2018, on behalf of the great city of New York, congratulations. Let's put our hands together for them too. But if you believe in the dream, American dream, if you believe in the idea of United States, if you take all the opportunities to provide to your children what they need to succeed, I guarantee you, your children will be the leaders of tomorrow. Congratulations, and thank you for everything you have done for your children. But I want to say to the principal and to the teachers and to the wonderful staff of the school, thank you very much for what you are doing for our children, the children of New York City. You know, the school is the most powerful institution in the nation to help the children succeed. Because the school gives them the tool that they need. The tool that they need, the key that they need to open all the doors to all success. But even we have great teachers, we have dedicated principals. If they don't have the resources that they need, they won't be able to give the education to our children. That's the reason why, as a city council member, every year I do whatever I can do. I work hard to ensure that we from the city council, we provide the resources to the school in order for them to provide the best education to our children. Let me share that with you. Last year, from the budget of 2018, I provided to PS 92 $125,000 for the school. We just voted the budget of the city of New York last week. And I'm telling you, from that budget, PS 92 will receive $500,000. And all together, if we add the budget for year 2018 and 2019, all together for 2 years, the amount is $625,000.
Before the councilman leaves, I must say this is a surprise for us this morning. I speak to his representative here a couple of times. You know, she asked a lot of questions, getting information, whatever. But she was able to keep a secret. This morning for us is a big surprise. And on behalf of PS 92 and PS 92 family, Councilman Eugene, I want to say thank you for looking out for PS 92. This is an individual who understands the needs of education. And of course, in anything that we do, we must have finance to do it. This is definitely going to go a very long way for 2018-19. Thank you very much.
Council Member Mathieu Eugene presents Middle School 246 with $125,000 in funding at their graduation ceremony.
We have a strong representative who's always looking out for us, and make sure that you do the same thing for him. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce your representative in the City Council, Dr. Mathieu Eugene. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so very much, Principal Wellington. Thank you. Good morning. As you know, my name is Mathieu Eugene, and I'm the New York City Council member representing District 40. That means the district where your wonderful school is located. It is a good honor and privilege for me this morning to join Principal Wellington, the teachers, and also the parents to celebrate the success of our children. As a City Council member, I am a strong advocate for education. That's the reason why I've been providing support and resources to your good school. And I want to mention that 1 week and a half ago, we voted the budget of the City Council in New York City. And I want to let you know that in the budget of 2019, I put $125,000 for war movement. To all of you, congratulations, God bless you, thank you.
Council Member Mathieu Eugene presents Public School 397 with $100,000 in funding at their graduation ceremony.
You did it. I am proud of you. Your parents are proud of you. The teachers are proud of you. And to the teachers, And to the principal, I want to take the opportunity to express my sincere thanks to you and gratitude to all of you, the principal and also the teachers. Because I know what you go through every single day. I know the number of job that you are doing day in, day out. Because I have the privilege to be a teacher myself. I want to let you know that last year I gave funding to your school for art, for CASA program, for art program, and I'm going to continue to do that.
Yes.
And we just voted the budget of the city council in New York City 1 week and a half ago. And I want to mention to you, from the budget, I put for your school $100,000.
Council Member Mathieu Eugene presents Public School 399 with $363,000 in funding at their graduation ceremony.
All right, now, we have a very special guest in our midst. His office is right across the street from 399, but he has been a part of 399 for so many years. His two nephews attended 399, and he also represents a large part of Brooklyn. Please, let's give a warm welcome to our councilman, Mathieu Eugene.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Good morning. As you know, my name is Mathieu Eugene, and I'm the New York City Council member representing District 40. That's in your district. And I want to state that. I want to say that I am a proud member of the PS 399 family. It is a great honor for me this morning to join Principal Brown and the assistant principal, the teachers, the parents, and all of you in this room to celebrate the victory of our children. And I want to say from the bottom of my heart to all the graduates of 2018, on behalf of the great city of New York, and on my behalf, congratulations, teachers, and also the principal. That's the reason why I'm very strong supporter of PS 299. I gave resources and funding in the past year for our program, for computer program. And I want to let you know that 2 weeks ago, we voted the budget of New York City Council. And in that budget, I put funding of the year 2019. I put for PS 29, $363,000.
We had our library was renovated because of funding that Dr. Eugene, Councilman Eugene, donated to the school. We have a brand new STEM lab in our building. It's a science STEM lab in our building on account of our representative. We have enough computers in our school. Now get this. If we wanted to say one day we want to put every child on a computer or on a device at one time in PS 399, we can put every child on a computer at one time in PS 399. That's how many devices we have in our building, and this is just how benevolent our councilman has been to the school. So this award that we're receiving from Councilman Eugene, I want to thank you so very, very much for taking care of us.
Council Member Mathieu Eugene presents Star Early College High School with $418,333 in funding at their graduation ceremony.
Someone who has always supported the schools at Erasmus, but specifically Star, Councilman Mathieu Eugene.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Much better. Much better. I got to feel the vibration and the energy because, all right. My name is Mathieu Eugene, and I'm the New York City Council member representing District 40. That's in the district where the Star Early College High School is located. You see how blessed I am, eh? Yes. I'm very blessed to serve the district where this wonderful school is located. And I'm very delighted and I feel honored to join Principal Blake and all the principal and the wonderful staff of this great school, the parents, to celebrate the success of our stars. You are really stars, guy. And on behalf of the great city of New York, on my behalf, and I want to say from the bottom of my heart, to all the graduates of 2018, congratulations. Put your hands together for them. Today is a great day. We are celebrating the victory, the success of our students, our children, and we are celebrating also the success of the teachers, the principal, and also the parents. It is our success because, as we say all the time, it takes a village to raise a child. Education is the key to open all the doors to our success. To stay in school, to graduate, and to succeed, you deserve a lot of applause. Let's give put our hands together. I'm a very strong supporter of Star School. And today, I want to inform you that we have voted the budget of the city of New York 2 weeks ago. And today I want to mention that I rang a check of $418,000 for Star Academy.
The Brooklyn Chamber of Commerce, in partnership with Council Member Mathieu Eugene, will present Doing Business Digitally, Social Media and E-Commerce Strategies on Monday, July 16th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the district office located at 900 Rogers Avenue. To RSVP, visit ibrooklyn.com/Eugene Workshop or email meugene@council.nyc.gov.